Tuesday, March 19th, 4:24 p.m. New York time. U.S. stock market is closed. Welcome to Winning Wall Street's Money. Want to get access to this video, notifications when it's posted on YouTube? Here's the YouTube channel's name, Winning Wall Street's Money. Subscribe to it. If you want to get access to the video the same day, as well as additional, deeper insight in the markets, I have a Patreon page. The link's below in the description, as well as here. This is the part 2, discussing stock IPOs from the past years to look at the comparison of the stock index S&P 500 for the same number of years. So here in the top left is the watch list of stock indexes, how they close today. First one is S&P 500. Second one is the NASDAQ 100. Third one is Dow Jones Industrial Average. And then the Russell 2000, Dow Transports, Dow Utilities, and the S&P 100. They all closed green. That means they all closed higher from the opening price today. Outstanding. And all the stocks in this IPO back in this year of 2021, again, these stocks were IPO back in 2021. There was more than this, but I'm going to go over these. Most of them are not green. Yeah, I know we're just talking about one-day events, but big difference. Big difference. You will see where the leadership is and where winners are. So again, 2021 versus today is just shy of 4 years. Yeah, good amount of time to perform. Well, looking here on the S&P 500 futures, all-time new high this year. And for that time frame, the momentum's been up. Markup, accumulation, markdown, accumulation, markup, markup, bullish. Good investment. If you bought this stock index during the IPO of these stocks versus now, you will see who outperformed, who's the winner. Diversification certainly will win if it's a good index. So we'll go alphabetical order. I'm going to open up here. First one's Alpha, Foxtrot, Romeo, Mike. A little few further insight. Here's the company's name. Here's the stock symbol. It's based out of the United States, San Francisco, California. The sector is technology. If you're not aware how many sectors are in the United States, well, you go to my playlist and you learn about that, or join my Patreon. And in that sector, there's several industries. So there. So I'm saying this company is a holding company, technology, software. Excuse me. Here was the IPO that year here. So IPO'd here, dumped, made a high that year, low that year. Again, it's bearish. It's garbage. The high was $176.65. And now it closed at, you see right here, 33.92. Yep. New low for the year, too. New low for the year. Again, typical pump and dump. Next one. Bravo, India, Romeo, Delta. That's the stock symbol. And we look here. Bravo, India, Romeo, Delta. Again, another company in the United States, California. Sector, consumer, Sogo, and industry, retail, Pearl. Okay. Yeah, good luck at that. Here was a stock IPO back there, went as high since the stock IPO, went as high as $32.44. Made a new record low last year. It's garbage. It may not even be listed anymore. Let's zoom in here. It might have got halted. Is it still trading? So when I hover over this last candle, yeah, I'm under the weather. I'm under the weather. When I hover over the last candle, you will see the calendar date here too. So to let you know if it's still valid. So I'm going to hover over now. Yep. Big problems. Yeah, big problems. Next one. Bravo, India, Tango, Oscar. If you don't know what that is, it's a stock ETF of crypto. There was the high back when it did its IPO of that year, 2021, and it dumped. And then a curl went up. So right there for the year, it's declining again. ProShare is the company that manages stock ETFs. So again, this company made a stock ETF, several stock ETFs, and one of them is a Bitcoin ETF. You see that? And it's most likely, yeah, that company's in the United States. I know they have a ProShare company. Again, let's compare it. Big difference. Nice. The stock index, S&P 500 outperforming. Closed green for the day too. And we know Bitcoin was bearish today. And here's a very popular one that had a lot of market media. Bravo, Mike, Bravo, Lima, Bumblebee. Yep. IPO back here, $84.80. Let me give you some more information about IPOs. Companies that go IPOs, they might be on different stock exchanges. They don't all necessarily have to be on the NASDAQ. They could be on the New York Stock Exchange. They could be on the NASDAQ. They could be on the OTC. There's a lot of stock exchanges. So again, this one, the high since the IPO, $84.80. And look how the price declined. Didn't get enough oomph pump to continue. Yep, it was more dump. And right here, last week, made an all-time new low. If it gets to $5 or less, it's considered a penny stock. If it gets to $5, it's referred to as a penny stock. On the New York Stock Exchange, not the NASDAQ, but the New York Stock Exchange, when a company's stock is at $5, they get a warning letter. They need to bring the stock back up higher or get delisted. Delisted means they get taken off that stock exchange, go to another one. There's different rules for different exchanges. Yeah. Again, this one is not on the New York Stock Exchange. I think it's on the NASDAQ Composite Index. But you can see, look at that decline. So this is a woman-owned company. You ever hear of Bumblebee? Austin, Texas, United States. Sector technology, industry software. I think the lady worked for the company called Tinder. And then she left them and she started his own company with investors and girls. Again, that was past years. Who knows how it's operating now? But interesting. I think it may have started out of California and then moved to Austin, Texas. So the dating app is definitely struggling. Online dating social media network. Let's go back to the chart. Next one. Charlie Oscar India November coin. So this is a cryptocurrency exchange. Just like there's mentioned the stock exchange for New York Stock Exchange for the NASDAQ, OTC Stock Exchange. There's different stock exchange for options, different ones for futures. This one's for cryptocurrency. There's different cryptocurrencies, exchanges. Yep. So the stock IPO happened to be a high that year, all-time high ever made was that first year, $429.54. It dumped. It dumped. Did a pump, a huge dump, and a reversal accumulation. Yeah, I've been following this one for a while. Yep. So it's, again, compared to the S&P 500, S&P 500 winner, Coinbase a loser. I want to mention this too. As the price is declining, if you're buying on this decline, you might say, I'm going to buy the dips, it's going to recover some point in time. Will the inflation, if you take that into account, you're losing. You could be buying the dips when it's upward trend. This was not the best one for someone to do. Again, buying on these dips on the trend that's proving itself would be the winner. I'm not saying you have to buy on these dips, but those would be good tips too, if you understand the tracement levels. Got it? Much safer with the good indexes. Yeah. So again, we know the markets were green today, and this one is red. Right? Excuse me. And you're probably aware of that. They are dependent on the transactions. If the transactions slow down, less people trading crypto, their exchange hurts because they're not making money. Especially if crypto exchanges get hacked, the wallets get hacked, people get stolen, less confidence in them. Yeah, they're less regulated than stock and futures. Yep. Let's go to the next. Delta, Sierra, Papa. Here's the high, which happened to be the same year, the IPO, 69.16. That huge dump. Yep. Huge red week. Bad shape. Oops. Let's pull it up. Well, Coinbase. Let's do that one too. So here it is on the basic fundamentals. Okay. It's in Delaware. That makes sense for liability reasons. And they're calling themselves financial services. Correct. Financial data, stock exchange. That's funny. So the agencies, not the government agencies, the agencies that police themselves, instead of them creating another industry saying financial data and crypto exchange, they're still classified as stock exchange, which I understand this company is on the stock market, but their service is crypto exchange. So again, the industries, the boomers that are running this policies to decide these sectors, industries, stuff. Yeah, they need to think outside the box or hire some better people that have better reasons. Have shame on them. Again, stop supporting those people. Encourage them. So DSP, let's go look at that one. Here it is, DSP, out of California, another technology company, software. You notice a lot of these are technology software companies, and they flopped. Yep. But Microsoft, technology company, doing outstanding. Let's go back to the chart. This was a very popular one. Excuse me, friend. Delta Whiskey Alpha Charlie. Again, Delta Whiskey Alpha Charlie. Digital World Acquisition Corporation. Yep. Excuse me. The IPO was back here. They pumped it up huge, big pump to a high of $75. Didn't stay that long, huge dump. Pump again, and never made it back up there again. That was 2022 here. You see these yellow vertical lines. Sorry. Yeah. Yellow horizontal lines. They show the year and the high. The dump got worse and worse. You can see smaller candles, smaller trading range. Almost look like garbage down here. Then the beginning of this year, they pumped it up. And huge dump. Big dump. I did many videos on this company. They are out of the United States in Miami. They call themselves financial services because it's a shell company. I'll briefly explain shell company. Shell companies that are listed on the stock market are similar to, like, say, stock ETFs or stock indexes. A shell company has several companies inside of it because those individual companies don't qualify on their own to get listed on a stock exchange. It's not that hard to get on a stock exchange. But again, some of them want to be on bigger stock exchanges and they don't meet those requirements. So they go to this company in the United States. There's several companies like this in the United States, and they put a bunch of companies together that are similar in some way. Like might have a shell company that's a bunch of EV or battery makers. There's ones of those too. And they get put in that, and then they get on the stock market. Some of them don't last that long because a lot of them are not credible. Well, of this company, Digital World Acquisition, that's in Miami, part of the one of the companies and show company in this company, they have several companies and show company, is one of the ones that was a social media one that was branded and used by that former president. Yep. So he calls his the truth. So this company is the backer of that with the capital, or they brand name it with the former president and pump and dump. Anytime there's a little certain news going on, it's positive. This stock has an effect. But again, it's not technology. Let's go look here again. Most people will think, again, I'm just showing you that and tell you more what a shell company is that most people don't understand. Most people think this one stock symbol represents just that one product, that social media thing. Quote truth. Yep. So it's dumped. We know the stock index outperformed this. Terrible here. It was all massive pump and dump, a lot of manipulation, very thinly traded. There are a lot of politicians on that other political party in them red states, even the blue states, that bought this, and they lost a lot of money because it's public information to know how much stock they bought in value, when they bought it. And I was following this for years. And a lot of those Congress members made a lot of bad investments. Yep, a lot. A lot of bought cryptocurrencies, certain cryptocurrencies made bad investments, and some of them did good. But it's hilarious. You can check my past videos when I spoke with us. I named who they were. Shame on them. Yep. Okay, let's go to the next. Echo Mike Bravo Kilo. There was the IPO here. The high happens to be $209 during that year. $209 and a huge dump. Look, below $5. It's a penny stock, garbage. And I think it stopped trading. Yep, it stopped last year, right here. That was the seventh month last year. Dump. It's no longer listed on the stock. It's no longer listed on the stock exchange. It came off. EMBK. Let's see. Yeah, it's no longer valid. Terrible. That's what happens when you buy stocks, especially single stocks. Your risk capital, poof, gone, because the stock could get delisted. Versus if you have an index, outstanding, much diversification. And they constantly adjusting the companies on here, keep it going higher. Okay, here's another one. Hood, Hotel Oscar Delta, Robin Hood. A stock IPO was here. And it happened to be the all-time high right there. $85, and then a huge dump. Yep, huge garbage down here. And here we are right now. It's above the low of this year, but garbage. Give you some more inside of that. Out of California, again, it's a broker. Broad markets, mostly stocks. I think they let you do a few options, directional, nothing advanced with options. And, if I recall, maybe they let you do cryptos. Again, it's not a professional broker. It's not a professional trading platform. And if you're aware of their history, the most amount of customers got taken down because their policies. Whereas other exchanges, brokers, let people continue trading both directions. Yep. Not good. The other one, Oscar, Sierra, Charlie, Romeo. IPO, the high right there. That here happened to be 37. Huge dive. Yep. Let's go look at this one. Out of New York. Healthcare plans. Let's go faster. PLTK. Here's the stock IPO, that high right there, and a huge dump. This year, making all-time new lows. Wow, 625. So let's just pull it up here in a little bit more detail of the stock symbol to help identify if it's in the United States. PLTK, Israeli company, communication services, electronic gaming, and multimedia. And again, that one garbage. Next, Poshmark. Oh yeah. Here's the high of the IPO. That year, wow, the high was $104.98, $104.98. A huge dump. It's not listed. It got taken off. Why it got taken off? Because it got acquired. Let me show you here. Got acquired by I recall it was a Korean company, South Korean company. Yeah. So it's private, but it did get acquired by a Korean company. That's what happens. Romeo Alpha Alpha Sierra. Here's a stock IPO, huge pump, and then dump. And then let's see if it's delisted. Yep, it got delisted last year. It's not there anymore. And here's another one. Romeo Bravo Lima X-Ray. Here's the IPO. They pumped it up, got a high of $41.60, and ran out of air, dumped, huge dump, huge consolidation. So that low was right here, 22.22, and it's huge channeling right here. Yep. It already broke below this here. This week, it gapped down, broke below this low of this consolidation, making a new low for the year. Give you some more insight on this one. They make games. Out of California. Sector communication services, electronic gaming and multimedia. Just like that one I showed you, Israeli gaming system. The gaming system companies are struggling, several of them. Yep. So this one, to my Patreon members, my advanced Patreon members, I showed a trade idea on there. Bearish positions, making income, using options. If you want to see how that's working, it was just a few days ago, placed it. Very happy with it. Yep. It's a swing trade, very happy. Join my Patreon page if you want to know more about that. Rent, Romeo, Echo, November Tango. As soon as I read about this one doing IPO, I thought that was funny. Yeah. If I recall, it was clothing or office space they were to do for like runway. No, I forgot, but it was very interesting. I didn't think it was going to do well. It would dive. So there was the IPO, 2470, a huge dump. Let's see if this got delisted or is it still listed. No, it's still listed right there. Rent. Yeah, but it was out in New York and it was the apparel retail. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Rivia, RIV, and Romeo India Victor November. There's the IPO year, and the high was 179.47. Never went back up there. Huge dump. Getting close to that $5 range. Terrible. Yeah, the low this year. Garbage. California company, auto manufacturing industry. Let's go a little bit faster. Romeo Lima X-Ray. Again, here we go. The yellow line, high 2021 that year, dump. Wow, terrible. It's under a penny stock now. Still traded very thinly. Bad shape. Excuse me. Chinese company. Oh, consumer defense? Really? Tobacco. Yeah, that makes sense. Excuse me. Bad choice. Sweet green. Yep, know of that one. So there was the IPO, And IPO happened to be that week with that IPO was the all-time high. Well, and it never made it back up there again. Garbage. Yep, it's turning around. Well, we'll see what happens. It might get acquired, maybe. Who knows? Too much not interest to do big research on. Let's look at that a little bit more. Yep. Los Angeles makes sense. They want to call themselves a restaurant. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But I think I've been to a few of those in Florida, and I forgot where the other state was. Sierra Hotel Lima, Sierra, and technology. Yep, there was the IPO up there, 44.4, and huge dump, declining, huge. American company out of Tennessee, solar technology industry. Yeah. Toast, Tango, Oscar, Sierra, Tango. Oh, I was 69, 93. So, well, dump there, huge dump. Wow, garbage. Look at that structure up here, bad. US company out of Boston, software company. Yeah, a lot of software companies here struggling. X-ray, Mike, IPO high was right there, 2021. So that horizontal line there was the high. And this year made that, or last year was the low. Garbage. So that might be delisted. Yep, it delisted back here in 2023. So it's not even listed anymore. Garbage. And the last one, Uniform Oscar. Sorry, Yankee Oscar Uniform. Clear Secure. I wonder if that's a software company. Out of New York. Yep, another software company. It's garbage. So again, you just seen a bunch of IPO. There were many more than this. I'm just showing you a broad range of the different sectors. So apparently that time frame was terrible for many of these, but there are certain world winners. So just showing you a comparison to understand single stocks versus indexes, as well as single stocks in different sectors and industries. Bad money management to buy many of these when they first start until they prove themselves. If you're investing in these, have them prove themselves on income with zero debt and document their income quarter after quarter that they're making income. And is it coming from sales, growth, or is that proof of that income? Are they just lowering prices to try to hit big, the margins? Yeah. Okay. Again, this is part 2. I have a part 3 coming out, maybe when I'm have a clearer voice. Thank you as always for spending just a little bit of your time with me. That's it for the video. Thanks for watching.